Skol Nation, stop right now. US Bank Stadium just erupted with breaking news, and the definitive map for the entire postseason hunt is finally locked in on the table. 5 out of 7 is the staggering home ratio that is driving this fan base absolutely wild today, alongside a shocking 15-touchdown forecast for our franchise centerpiece and an immediate roster execution that sent an elite young pass rusher straight packing into the waiver wire. Insiders leaked the scheduling sheets early this morning, and here is your very first massive payoff. That lopsided stretch means Minnesota holds a brutal geographical hammer over the division when December freeze arrives. If you want to see the Green Bay Packers utterly crushed and buried underneath the snow this season, smash that like and subscribe button right now. We kick off this breakdown with the home field masterclass that has the front office celebrating. The ultimate quarterback drama in the Twin Cities has just taken an astonishingly dark turn, and the franchise future is hanging by an absolute thread today. Will the coaching staff prematurely pull the plug on a premium asset, or will they let a massive asset value crisis completely paralyze the front office? The answer lies inside a stunning national warning indicating that former high draft status savior J.J. McCarthy might not even secure a spot on the roster by the time Week 1 officially rolls around. This explosive reality check comes straight from the volume analyst John Middlecoff on his latest showcase, where he floated the legitimate possibility that Minnesota might completely move off from the rookie if he predictably loses the starting quarterback camp battle to veteran Kyler Murray. Middlecoff bluntly pointed out recent league-wide historical precedents, highlighting how the San Francisco 49ers aggressively dumped former premium pick Trey Lance, and how the Indianapolis Colts likely face immense organizational regret for failing to trade away Anthony Richardson before his trade value hit absolute zero. The core issue here is an intense fear of asset depreciation. General Manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah has to evaluate if keeping McCarthy on the bench as an expensive quarterback option is worth the risk of watching his market value vanish into thin air by next offseason. Middlecoff expects Murray to firmly capture the starting job, with veteran Carson Wentz operating as the primary backup, leaving McCarthy trapped in an incredibly awkward developmental bottleneck. Insiders note that both Murray and Wentz possess highly concerning injury histories, meaning the team is essentially holding onto a ticking medical time bomb under center. Wentz has spent the majority of his career banged up and got absolutely dismantled physically on the field last year, while Murray's dynamic style constantly exposes him to elite defensive hits. Adding fuel to this absolute fire, Sports Illustrated insider Albert Breer shared a completely blunt statement on the situation, asserting that the Vikings have built a loaded roster designed to win games right now, and that the 2026 campaign is absolutely not going to be treated as a developmental buffer year for McCarthy. The rookie will have to prove to Kevin O'Connell that he gives the team the absolute best chance to win games immediately, or the front office will ruthlessly hunt for a trade partner to extract maximum value before it is too late. This exact strategy reflects a total philosophical shift in how modern analytics-driven front offices manage the quarterback position when immediate postseason contention is on the line. Adofo-Mensah understands that holding on to an expiring asset out of pure stubborn pride can destroy a franchise rebuilding timeline for a generation. If McCarthy struggles to process the first-team playbook during mandatory minicamp, his market value will plummet across all 32 league offices simultaneously, leaving the front office completely paralyzed without any return on investment. Do you think the front office should actually trade away JJ McCarthy before Week 1 if he loses the starting job to Kyler Murray? Drop your hot takes in the comment section below. If you believe McCarthy is being treated unfairly by these media insiders, smash that like button right now. But as chaotic as the quarterback room is, a massive piece of injury news just landed from our biggest division rival that changes the landscape of Week 1 entirely. A breathtaking stroke of defensive luck has just shifted the competitive balance of the entire NFC North right before summer workouts even begin. Who is ready to watch our newly assembled aerial attack completely shred the Green Bay Packers secondary without having to game plan for the single most terrifying pass rusher in modern football? The elite news comes straight from ESPN senior insider Adam Schefter, who reported that superstar edge defender Micah Parsons is a prime candidate to open the regular season on the physically unable to perform list. If Green Bay executes this medical roster placement, Parsons will be completely barred from stepping onto the gridiron for the first 4 weeks of the regular season, giving Minnesota an absolute massive sigh of relief for their opening game against the green and gold. Schefter noted that the internal expectation within the organization has been that Parsons would miss the early stretch of the year to recover. While we are still several months away from kickoff and things could shift, the current tone out of Wisconsin is incredibly pessimistic regarding his availability. This means our offensive line can focus entirely on picking up basic blitz packages without worrying about a generational game wrecker ruining the game plan. This defensive absence is the ultimate gift for veteran wideout Jawan Jennings, who is officially preparing to make his regular season debut in purple and gold and show the division exactly how incredibly annoying he can be to play against. 49ers insider Grant Cohn recently appeared on Score North to break down the signing, revealing that Jennings' defining characteristic is that he completely infuriates opposing defensive backs. He constantly starts intense on-field fights and plays with an overwhelming enthusiasm for blocking smaller players into the dirt. Cohn labeled Jennings as one of the single premier number 3 wide receivers in professional football, noting that his physical traits will provide an elite edge behind superstar Justin Jefferson and former first-rounder Jordan Addison. Jennings runs a modest 4.7 40-yard dash, but at 6'3", he uses his massive frame to dominate third-down conversions, thrive in crowded red zone situations, and make contested catches look entirely effortless. He is an absolute warrior who plays through intense physical pain, giving Kevin O'Connell the ultimate security blanket over the middle of the field. This tactical flexibility allows the offensive coordinator to utilize heavy 3-receiver sets to spread out the defensive backfield without sacrificing blocking integrity at the point of attack. Opposing coordinators will be completely forced to leave their nickel cornerbacks completely exposed in run support against Jennings, which creates an absolute goldmine of opportunities for Aaron Jones to exploit the perimeter gaps. Without Parsons generating instantaneous pressure off the edge, Kyler Murray will have all the time he needs to sit comfortably in a clean pocket and wait for deep crossing routes to unfold. Do you think the absence of Micah Parsons guarantees an opening day victory against the Packers at home? Type your score predictions in the comments right now. If you think Jauan Jennings is going to become a fan favorite in Minnesota, hit that like button immediately. But as massive as this receiver addition is, the front office just executed a stunning roster shakeup that brings a high-scoring collegiate phenom directly into the mix. An incredible story of sports perseverance has just written its newest chapter inside the Twin Cities, and the offensive coaching staff is absolutely ecstatic about a hidden gem addition. Why would a front office immediately fill a vacant roster spot with an unheralded small school star right after cutting ties with an intriguing young pass rusher? The offensive weapon joining the wide receiver room is former Division II standout Terrell Davis, who signed an official contract just hours after edge defender Jordan Botelho was waived from the squad. Davis has traveled an incredibly circuitous route to the professional ranks, which will serve him well as he tries to climb a heavily loaded depth chart. This young man did not even start playing organized football until his senior year at Choctaw High School, opting to try out for the team simply because local basketball gymnasiums were completely shut down during the global pandemic. He immediately led his high school team to a state championship appearance and earned Offensive Player of the Year honors before launching an explosive collegiate run. Davis spent 3 dominant seasons at the University of Central Oklahoma, racking up an astonishing 167 receptions, 2,347 yards, and 19 touchdowns. During his final season for the Broncos, he completely led all NCAA football players across every single division with 1,609 receiving yards, securing consensus All-America honors from the Associated Press. He then transferred to Oklahoma State for his final year, posting a 29-catch, 373-yard stat line in 12 games for the Cowboys. At his pre-draft Pro Day showcase, Davis caught every single pass thrown in his direction and completely stunned attending scouts with a ridiculous 39-inch vertical leap and a 10-foot 4-inch broad jump. After participating in rookie minicamps with both the Baltimore Ravens and San Francisco 49ers, he has precisely landed a permanent opportunity to compete under Kevin O'Connell. He joins an elite passing attack that finished 3rd overall in total yards and 7th in scoring offense last year, giving presumed quarterback Kyler Murray an incredibly deep group of targets alongside Jefferson, Addison, Jennings, and rookie Ty Felton. This extreme level of competition at the back end of the roster ensures that every single rep during upcoming organized team activities will be fought with maximum playoff intensity. Davis possessed the unique vertical acceleration needed to stretch defensive boundaries, providing a crucial developmental project for a wide receiver room focused on long-term sustainability. If his blocking mechanics can quickly match his elite natural leaping ability, he will easily force the coaching staff to expand the roster boundaries to keep his explosive skill set in town. Do you think Terrell Davis has the athletic traits to actually shock everyone and secure a permanent spot on the final 53-man roster? Share your roster predictions down below. 3 defining storylines have completely converged to alter the entire trajectory of this franchise as summer approaches. The advantageous winter calendar provides the ultimate path, the historic Justin Jefferson touchdown projection fuels the offensive fire, and the ruthless defensive roster trimming sets the tone for an intense training camp. This franchise is sending a crystal clear message to the rest of the competitive landscape. The rebuild is officially over, and the hunt for the North is underway. If the coaching staff properly navigates the early road tests, the home field advantage waiting in December will completely choke out the divisional rivals. Green Bay will have to travel to our house while dealing with their own transition adjustments, Detroit will face a hostile crowd under the bright lights, and Chicago is still trying to find stability. The path to the playoffs goes directly through the loud environment of US Bank Stadium. The mathematical reality is right there for everyone to see. The elite talent is locked into long-term contracts, and the blueprint is completely set. Now it is time for the fan base to step up and show their absolute dominance. Here is exactly what you need to do right now to support the movement. First, hit that like button if you truly believe this team is the most dangerous wildcard threat in the conference. Second, drop a comment with your exact win-loss prediction for these final 7 games of the season. Will we sweep the homestand or drop a crucial matchup? Third, subscribe to the channel immediately because every new follower drives our rivals absolutely insane, and we are tracking every single update all year long. But listen very closely to the immediate horizon, because a massive double cliffhanger is currently brewing behind the scenes. Rumors are circulating that the front office is not done spending money, and insiders suggest a massive veteran free agent contract offer is currently sitting on a desk waiting for an immediate signature within the next 48 hours. To make matters worse, our bitter rivals in Green Bay just cleared a massive amount of salary cap space to target the exact same defensive player. Which front office blinks first in this high-stakes game of financial chicken? Plus, a quiet whisper out of the facility suggests that a major leadership shift is happening inside the defensive locker room following the sudden roster cuts. That explosive update drops in our very next video. Stay locked in, stay loud, and Skol Nation, we will see you in the next battle.